Hey everyone, today I'm going to demonstrate how you can use GitOps to deploy an application across multiple clusters with Nirmata. In Nirmata, we have a concept of catalog. That's where applications are stored. So I'm going to create a new application in my demo applications catalog. This application name is Ghost Demo, and I'm going to use Git as my upstream. So for Git, I have a Git repo already created with my application YAML. So I'm going to take the URL and plug it into Nirmata. And in a few seconds, it pulls down all of the branches for my that are available to me. So now that I have the branch selected, I can provide a default namespace um, and also select any directories if needed. And pretty much that's it. That's all you need to create the application. I'm going to click the sync now button so it immediately syncs the YAMLs from the Git repo. And you can see my last commit ID is displayed over here. So in Nirmata, we have the concept of channels. That's where your versions are stored, versions of your application. We have a rapid channel, which uh, where auto-generated versions are stored. And then from rapid channel, you can promote versions to the stable channel. So here, every version is maps or corresponds to a, a commit or change in your Git repo. So for this particular version, in the rapid channel, it corresponds to the last commit that was made in the Git repo. So now we are ready to deploy this application to a set of clusters. So to do that, I can click on this run application, um, and I could give a run name called host demo, Ghost demo. Select my channel. I selected the rapid channel. I selected the version from that channel. I can deploy this application to all the clusters, or I can select environments or specific clusters. So I'm going to select three clusters that I know I want to deploy my application to. So here I'm going to select those three clusters and then click on run to kick off the process of deploying this application. So Nirmata now will go ahead and apply the YAML to these clusters. It will create necessary environment or namespace and then start the process of deploying the application. And it could take about a couple of minutes to do that. So while that is going on, you can monitor the progress over here, or you can click on one of these environments to see what's going on. And as you can see, the application is already running. So as you can see, my rollout has been completed. I'll once again click on one of these environments and see my application running. Notice that this application has two pods, as that was the number of replicas that was set in my YAML. So let's go back to the application and update the YAML and see how the change gets rolled out into all of the running applications. So I'll go back to my YAML and edit this YAML and change the number of replicas to 3 and commit this change. So once I commit this change, I'll go back to Nirmata and I can wait for the sync to trigger. It could take up to a minute to do so, or I can click on sync. And once I click on sync, you'll see the commit message get updated and the rollout start. Right. So if I go back to my rapid channel, I can see a new rollout has started. If I click on the channel itself and go to the versions, I can now track the rollout for this specific version, and it says pending. At this point, I can go to any of my environments and see what's going on. And if I click on the environment um, and monitor here, I can see that the change has not yet propagated. It could take mm, a few seconds for the change to propagate, and you'll see that the application is updated. So you can see now the pod actually coming up. So now I have three pods. This last pod is just came up recently. I can actually check the release status. This release um, was applied recently. This is the name of the release, and I can go back to my application and compare the version over here, and it should be the same version. So pretty much that's what it takes to deploy an application across your clusters and then manage them on an ongoing basis. It's completely using GitOps and Nirmata to orchestrate these applications across all of your clusters. Thank you.